Hey everyone, I'm Mari Coyle, winemaker here at ONEHOPE, and I wanted to introduce you to our spring wine club. This is grape to glass, everything from the grape all the way to the glass about this selection of 6 wines that I curated for our wine club this quarter. We are introducing a great lineup. I love this lineup for spring. It's so good. Kicking it off with our Vintner Sparkling Rosé. We also have our Reserve Celebration Brut, perfect for the celebrations of the season. We have Vintner Pinot Grigio, one of my personal favorites, especially for subscribers. This is an awesome wine for the season and summer to come. We've got our Reserve Pinot Noir from Monterey County and our Vintner Red Blend. And last but not least, our Reserve Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon special exclusive wine club member only drink well. This is an amazing Cabernet Sauvignon that I can't wait to share with you guys. So Sparkling Rosé, this is from our Vintner collection. This is California Sparkling Rosé. It is so delicious, and every bottle helps fund healthy meals to end hunger. I love this wine because I love the floral, the wild berry. The pippin apple is really popping right now in this wine, and also a touch of pomegranate. And this wine has just refreshing bubbles for the holiday season. Personally, I love this wine with ham, any kind of pork dishes that you might be considering for Easter holidays or into Mother's Day, any of your May celebrations. We have assorted cheeses as also a pairing suggestion. Smoked salmon, one of my favorites, being from the Pacific Northwest. I love a great platter of smoked salmon with cheeses, and this wine is perfect with that. Strawberry salad, and rhubarb galette, all really seasonal selections for this wine. So I really hope you guys enjoy this. It's just such a refreshing wine and gives back to a great cause that needs attention right now. We also have our Rainbow Edition Celebration Brut. This is an excellent Brut in our portfolio, and every bottle helps fund a helpline for LGBTQ youth in crisis. So this is an excellent wine with an amazing impact that it's making. This celebration Brut is made with the traditional method, méthode champenoise. So we actually do every second fermentation in the bottle. That means this is made the same way that champagne is made, and we're using grapes that we source across California and predominantly California Chardonnay. That's why you see here in the tasting profile golden apple and pear, some brioche, and a touch of citrus. That brioche is really from that contact on the lees in that second fermentation in the bottle. This wine does differ because of the winemaking method from our sparkling rosé, in the fact that the bubbles are very, very small with this method and very creamy. They really coat your palate, and it's a beautiful, beautiful wine. I suggest a lot of pairing suggestions here. Fruit and cheese plates, of course, salty bites, truffle fries, truffle or salty potato chips even are perfect accompaniment with this wine. Seafood Alfredo is also one of my favorites, and little champagne cakes are really fun for hosting or toasting to the moms or the grads of the season. It's a really celebratory season that we have coming up. Then we have our Vintner Pinot Grigio. This is definitely one of my favorites. One thing to note about this wine is that it is dry. Our team got creative here with this tasting profile descriptor showing this cactus. This is a dry wine in our vintner portfolio. So we know that there are customers out there and club members that love their dry wines, and this is a perfect one for you. Every bottle helps fund pet adoption so every animal can find a loving forever home. And this tasting profile is really exceptional. This vintage is so intense and so flavorful. There's juicy white nectarine and a lot of really pretty stone fruit, some floral notes, very crisp acidity. And again, this wine is totally dry. So I love this wine. We've got a lot of people who subscribe to this wine who just love having this as a poolside sipper, patio sipper all spring and summer long. So I definitely recommend this one for any of you who love your dry whites. Some pairing suggestions here. Fresh shellfish. I love this wine personally with oysters if you're an oyster fan, but you could really do any seafood or clam linguine, any shellfish that you love. We've got lemon chicken, another easy one. Almost everybody's got a recipe for lemon chicken, and it's perfect with this wine. I also love this wine with grilled nectarines. And for desserts, if you're serving up a dessert, a little key lime pie can really make this wine pop with the acidity in both of the wines and really bringing out that citrus component. Next up, we've got our Monterey Pinot Noir. This is really one of my favorite reserve wines. It's been a huge fan favorite. Received 91 points in the Wine Enthusiast magazine, and every bottle helps find a cure for Alzheimer's. So really great impact with this wine, and the tasting profile is complex and really interesting, intense, dried cranberry and preserved cherry, a touch of sassafras and truffle. So we've got a combination of really intense fruit and then also that really sophisticated kind of complex earthiness. Pairing suggestions here. I've got cheese and chutney, one of my favorites, kind of to blend a complementary sweet and savory combination in the chutney. Cranberry rice salad or any of your salads topped with fresh cranberries would be great. Lamb gyro. This time of year, my family eats a lot of lamb and enjoys sort of spring fresh lamb. So if you have any of your favorite lamb dishes, I love a lamb gyro with the tzatziki sauce. And of course, dark chocolate is always good with this wine. We also have included one of our best sellers and critically acclaimed ONEHOPE Red Blend from our Vintner collection. This is really a strong wine in our collection. The impact in every bottle helps reunite veterans with a sense of purpose through disaster relief. Really important for this time also. This is an exceptional wine bringing you into the later spring season, early summer, where we're getting out on the grill, enjoying barbecuing outdoors, and celebrating dads and grads. So the tasting profile here is berry cobbler, really pretty, rich, complex, mixed berry cobbler. Some spices here. We've got vanilla, we've got a touch of allspice and cocoa powder. The profile in this wine is really meant to mimic the wines in our iconic collection that are made here in Napa Valley. So we've got that cocoa powder that reminds us of Rutherford and our iconic wines, and we've got that really intense, rich fruit flavor and spice that mimics our iconic and reserve wines that are made from Napa Valley fruit and have been barrel aged. So a great wine, 96 points, and best of California, best red blend of California in the California State Wine Competition, which is the California's longest standing wine competition judging all California wines. So we had some great competition in there and we came out on top with 96 points. Our pairing suggestions here are really the spicy note with the arugula salad, which is in season this spring, and also grilled bacon burgers are on here. One of my family's favorites. As a mom of 2 boys and a husband, I know that my boys love grilled bacon burgers, and we love this red blend too. Barbecued ribs, really any of your barbecue favorites, barbecue chicken. That barbecue sauce is tangy and sweet and really pairs well with this wine. And of course, you can pair like with like by enjoying berry pie that matches the tasting profile berry cobbler. Last but certainly not least is our limited edition Cabernet Sauvignon Drink Well. This is Cabernet from Napa Valley, very, very small production. And our impact here is that every bottle helps fund clean drinking water. So we launched and kicked this off on World Water Day, and really excited about this unique package. It's beautiful. It's exclusive to our wine club members so that we can together make an impact and help fund clean drinking water. Our tasting profile here is rich and intense and everything you would expect from Napa Valley. Really dark fruit. So we're talking about, dark kind of black raspberry, but also more blackberry fruit, a hint of wild violet. So just a touch of floral on top that really adds to the complexity and intensity of the wine. We've got some chocolate nuances, and those really come from that richness in the tannin structure, really ripe, rich tannins that melt in your mouth and kind of emulate those flavors of chocolate. And again, really rich structure, density, and composition on this wine. For pairing suggestions here, we've got some classics. Walnuts and blue cheese up first. I love the addition of these flavors on a platter because they really play well with the tannin structure. So some of these more bitter flavors and tannic flavors like the walnuts really play well with the Cabernet Sauvignon and kind of weave those tannins together and make a really great pairing. I also love rosemary paired with Cabernet Sauvignon, kind of bringing out some of those savory herbal notes in the wine. And so rosemary bread, if you can find that at your local store, maybe get creative and make your own. But I picked some of that up at my local bakery, and it really adds something to either your cheese and fruit board or also to your meal. Prime rib in here is just classic. I don't know how many of you guys are enjoying prime rib this spring season, but maybe you are. And you can also swap that out for a tri-tip on the grill as the weather is getting warmer, or throw on some steaks. That really intense, beef flavor is excellent with Cabernet. It's a classic. You could also do a burger just as well. And then for hosting or to play with some dessert options, I love this wine with a red wine cake, which is not too sweet, but really delicious. So an amazing wine that we're adding here to our wine club. I want to thank all of you for your wine club membership. It means a lot to us. I really enjoy curating these selections to match with the season. And every season, what I really try to do is give you some of our best-selling Vintner Collection wines, top it off with 1 or 2 sparkling options, some of our reserve wines, and something to discover Napa, to bring Napa to your door. So cheers, everybody, and thank you for sharing wine and giving hope with us. I hope you enjoy this selection, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Cheers.